Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another World Tanks battle with me and Geary here on the Province map. And today I am playing in the Tier 6 French Premium Auto-Loading Medium Tank, the M4A1 FL10. Now, as the name suggests, the M4A1 is indeed based on the original M4 Sherman. It's actually using the M4A1 Sherman hull that you find in-game, although with a 75mm SA-50 auto-loading gun that was originally developed in 1950 based off the Panzer V Panthers gun for the AMX-13. You can actually use this gun in-game on both the AMX-1375 at Tier 7, the AMX-12T at Tier 6, and this tank as well at Tier 6, although this tank's gun handling is in between both of those, a little bit worse than the Tier 7 and better than the Tier 6 light. In each of its iterations, the gun is a 4-shot autoloader that has a expected clip output of 540 damage. And this particular vehicle has 4mm of extra penetration for 148mm total, with light tanks of 144, which is decent at Tier 6. It's not amazing. It's not going to allow you to punch through much of anything, overmatch too many heavy tanks, but it's more than sufficient. What is not particularly sufficient is the gun depression on this tank, because there's only 6 degrees of it, which is mostly attributed to this turret. It's the same amount of gun depression, the same 6 degrees that you have on the AMX 1375, on the AMX 12T. It has nothing to do with the Sherman whatsoever, because all of the Tier 6, well, not all the Tier 6. A couple of shots into his chaffee. But the Fury and the Thunderbolt at Tier 6 both have 10 degrees of gun depression. The Sherman, the Easy 8 has 12 degrees. The Tier 5 Sherman actually also has 12 degrees. So the problem, like the 6 degrees of gun depression that you find in this tank are entirely due to that turret, which is probably why the FL-10s that Israel captured from Egypt during the Six-Day War, and during the Suez Crisis and the Six-Day War, they replaced the turrets on them with their own M50 turrets. That may have something to do with it, I don't know. This was a real tank. 50 of them were built by France for Egyptian forces in order to defend against the Israelis. They didn't work too well, but they were decent for their time. And a couple of them still exist in museums. You can actually go and see them on display in Israel, and I'm not sure if there's anywhere else that you can see the tank itself. As we're discussing the real-life features of the FL-10, let's discuss the battle for a second, because currently we are losing 5 kills, 1-6. Basically the entirety of my team, well, not the entirety, but a good proportion. Oh, roll back behind the bush to shoot at the T6 medium, so that way he doesn't spot me. And roll back to reconnect with the target. But a good third of my team has gone down the western side of the map and has just completely died, both to the tanks that were standing there on the western side, but mostly to all the tanks that are camping this eastern side behind bushes and other fortifications so that none of us can see them, but they have clear side shots into all the tanks that were rushing down the western side, which has put us now to a 1v or 1-7 odds. Significantly underpowered. I'm realizing at this point we just need to start killing things, so I'm rolling up to try and engage this chaff. Because I'm top tier. Succeeding in this battle a lot of ways is going to come down to me actually putting use of this top tier gun, this top tier tank. Oh, good. Cracked him, flipped him. Very good, very good. And yeah, now we're losing 3-9. And I can see there's a whole bunch of unspotted enemy tanks that are up in front of me. So I'm going to try to poke out here See if I get spotted. Something shot at me, but I think it was just shooting at the tree going down, because I didn't get spotted. I was about to get outflanked by a KV-2. That's when you know your team's really not doing that well. If the KV-2 can outrun you. I just need to spot something and get this gun firing, because it has 4 shots in its loader. It only has a 17.5 second reload time. Oh, been spotted. Kill the T6 and it's time to leave. Remember, always shoot the tanks you can kill, and then shoot the tanks that can kill you, in that order. And because I know nothing's gonna come at me too quickly, I went for the reload here, so that now I'm ready to deal with this T6 medium if he pokes around the corner. Type T-34, putting some shots into him. That Type T-34 is going to have a very good gauge, actually. I'm going to come around the corner and just finish him off. I might take a return fire. Thankfully I don't. But I had to come around there and just put some shots into the T6 because I cannot have that Type 34 dying. I really need him to stay alive as a teammate. And you'll see at the end of this battle that was very, very important. Saving him from any enemy damage. Got the tree down, so I have some concealment. I'm going to go ahead and poke back out here. Hopefully I find something. Evening the scores out a little bit. We're up 7-9. KV-222, I can pen him, but it's not worth really trying from here. I want to see if one of the other tanks will try and take a rush up this lane. Actually sitting on 3 kills right now. And I have had very good support from the Stug behind me, and from that T-34 backing me up. I don't know if there's anything else that could be shooting at me, but I want to go ahead and finish off this M8 before I do anything else. Go back into cover, reload. Before, gun depression and gun elevation is really not going to matter here, because as you can see we're on level ground, so the main things to worry about are this tank's armor, although it doesn't have very much of it. It's a tier, remember, it's a tier 5 Sherman hull in a tier 6, on a tier 6 tank. So similar to the Rebel Arise at tier 8, it's just not really going to be relying on its armor for much of anything. It's more relying on its mobility, which it's also not the fastest tank. I played this a couple times before, and every time I did, I just always felt really underpowered for me. And I'm going to do very well in this tank, but I dare say if I was in something else, I may have done significantly better, or it may at least have not had to try so hard in order to get the result that I'm going to get out of this battle. Still, it's not a bad tank. It should be a fairly good crew trainer for your French mediums. Loaded a premium round of ammo for the KV-222. I don't think I technically needed to. I probably could have done his turret in with just the regular, but I wasn't taking any chances because I wasn't sure how exactly he was going to try to roll around that corner. As it stood, he was way too aggressive, and so we were able to finish him off quite easily. Going back to the standard ammunition now, though, because it's more than sufficient for everything else in this tier 6 battle, or in this tier 4 battle. And now I'm trying to just push up a bit, see if I can spot anything, take anything out. Because we're actually even, 9-9. We have a few significantly, probably reliable teammates left. Judging off the fact that they've survived this long and are also in decent positions to continue defending the base. And now I'm trying to creep forward here, get some concealment down. There's a down tree next to that T6 medium that's keeping me from getting spotted by anything over there. I'm just trying to peek forward, and I'm going with extreme caution. I'm going with the T78 here, so the two of us tier 6s already. And he's pinging that spot on the map because we actually both saw a tree go down. Well, he is not being the she is being, but both of us saw a tree get knocked over on that area, so we know there's something there. So he's actually stood still now. He's gonna sit there and wait. Have his gun reloaded, pre-aimed for that spot, so that I'm gonna drive around, locate something, and he'll be instantly ready to put fire into it. This is a textbook play as far as finding things. Look, right there. Found it, and boom, there's the shot from the T-78. Type T-34, who, like I said, good thing to have him alive. He's been back there, waiting. Now he's managed to get the kill off. And then I get hit by a Jackson. Apparently still spotted, because remember, dead tanks can continue to spot you for a few seconds after they die sometimes. So I'm pulling back until I get unspotted, and I'm going to stay here. Because you can hear there was a shot from the Jackson that actually went back towards my reporting position. And he was firing blind. And there's actually a shot from the Su-85B here as well, aimed at me. That was also a blind shot, although I'm not sure if that was just him firing blind or if he was shooting at the T-78 when the T-78 went undetected. Would have been possible as well. Either way, I'm down to a one-hit kill, and I can't take too many risks, but I also do not want my teammates to take risks. That Type T-34, he's been a very good teammate. He could maybe spot for me, but one of us is going to have to spot for the other, and his gun is probably more accurate than mine is. T-78, I certainly don't want him taking any risks. He's got the most health, so if it push comes to shove, he ought to be able to finish the battle out. Both of us are going to try and rush down this hill, get into some cover. I'm coming down here, see the IKV, don't manage to fish him off, but the Type T-34 does get the kill shot into him. And it's at this point when I would normally just leave the battle, but I decide that this is worth sticking around and seeing how it plays out. Type T-34 manages to finish off the Su-85B with an ammo rack. Very nice. The Stug 3 moving up to support the T-78 as he's getting shot by the Jackson. And he actually gets killed off by Lux, who's down here in the corner. Stug is not going to land a shot at the Lux. Hopefully he's not also going to get killed by the Jackson. I have several tanks left, and we're up by one, but the problem is, basically everyone left on the team is a one-shot kill, apart from Chi-Nu. And the Chi-Nu knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing. It's his time to make his move. We go spot, we can go finish off the last tanks that are there. Oh, Lux has just killed the Stug. Probably going to kill the M10 RBFM as well. Chi-Nu has finished off the Jackson. Somehow did it without taking any return fire. Probably caught the Jackson with his gun moving the wrong way. But now it's just the Chi-Nu, the Type T-34, and the M10 RBFM. We got the Panzer IV, a Lux, and a Lux. And the Lux cannot really damage the Chi-Nu from where he's at, so he's basically one-on-one with the Panzer IV right now. Panzer IV is a one-shot kill. Chi-Nu is not, but the Panzer IV bluffs his shot, so Chi-Nu finishes him off. Now it's just these three to finish off the Lux. The Lux has just found and killed the M10 RBFM. Now you could say someone should try to cap, but it'd be dangerous to do that, because then you'd have to try to spot and kill the Lux, and the Lux can quite conceivably see you before you see it. Chi-Nu actually rushes down the hill, takes a little bit of damage to try and get there, but he manages, and he's good enough. What they're doing now is they're trying to chase down a Lux, which is very risky, considering there's only a minute and a half left in this battle. Lux could very definitely just outrun everyone and pull it out for a draw. But what's good is that these two are working together. Type T-34 is sitting here waiting for the Chi-Nu to actually advance. So that way, if the Lux is on the side of this rock where he thinks he is, he'll force them out to one side. And as it turns out, Lux is not over here. But because he went with the Chi-Nu, he spotted him. Now they both have to try and push this guy out. Type T-34, he's not moving. He's got his gun trained in on this spot. He's drawing the Lux's fire. He's trying to make sure that the Lux cannot run anywhere. It's going to take him 2 shots to kill the Lux. But the Chi-Nu over here should only take him 1, and this is, or it takes him 2, but this is the moment where the Lux unfortunately manages to roll his tank over the rock. And so the T-34 gets to finish him off. What a game! What a game indeed. Quite the result here on the province map in the FL10. Not quite good enough for a mastery, but first class mastery badge for earning more base experience than 95% of players have in the past week. And then a whole bunch of honorary ranks, fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of my vehicle, 1,910. Fighter for destroying 5 enemy vehicles. Sharpshooter for landing 10 consecutive shots. Master Gunner for landing at least 5 consecutive pens. Spotter for enabling 1,174 points of assistance damage. Duelist for killing at least 2 tanks that have damaged me in the battle. And Bruiser for damaging modules or crew members 5 times. As a result of that battle, I finished top of the team on both damage and base experience earned. And because the premium tank managed to turn a very handy profit of 28,000 credits. If you enjoyed today's battle, please do leave a like and let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see. Until next time, that is all for now.